They did not follow them to go and see this newborn king. And then we see the reaction, the action of the Magi, who continued, they persevered, they pursued their hope, they followed the star of hope that appeared till the end, and they were greatly rewarded. That what they sought, they got. There's a message for us. We are called to emulate the example of the Magi who followed the star and got to their destination. Every one of us, we are on a journey. We are pilgrims of hope. And that is even what this Jubilee year, the year 2025, the church has declared it Jubilee year with the theme, Pilgrims of Hope. We are pilgrims of hope and we are looking towards heaven, where we will meet our God, where we will see God face to face. I love what St. John said in his epistle. He said, beloved, that we are children of God now, but what will be in the future has not yet been revealed to us. But what we know is that in the future we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he really is. And said, anyone who entertains this hope will purify himself. So as pilgrims of hope who desire to see God face to face, as we walk, as we journey, this is our Christian journey, we strive to live a good life, to live a whole life, to follow the commands of the Lord, to follow the star of God's word, the star that God has given to us in his word, the star that God has given to us in the sacraments, the star that God has given to us in the church to guide us, to lead us to him, to lead us to make heaven. We are to persevere. Yes, a lot of things will come, a lot of distractions will come in the world, but we are not to allow ourselves to be carried away by these distractions. We are not to follow the example of Herod, who was envious about the star of Christ and was trying to eliminate the newborn king, that led him later to kill the innocents in Bethlehem. We are not to follow that kind of step. We are not to follow the step of the chief priest and the scribes, who were indifferent. Even when they had found out that it was said that in Bethlehem the Messiah was born, they were indifferent. They did not even go to see. But we are to follow the example of the Magi. We are to follow the example, for they stood firm. They continued. Let's not grow tired of living our Christian life. Let's not grow tired of following the Lord. Let's not grow tired of rejoicing in what God has done for us, in what God is doing for us. But let's continue to ask the Lord to give us his wisdom, to give us his grace, to give us the endurance, to give us all that we need to continue this Christian race. And like St. Paul, we should be instruments that God will use to reach out to people. St. Paul, like we heard in the second reading, he received the grace of stewardship to the Gentiles. This was the mystery that was hidden. And this is what we see, reaching out to the Gentiles, manifestations to the Gentiles. Let's also follow St. Paul. Follow his example and be instruments that will not only be those who will enjoy the blessings and favors that God has for us, will not only be those who just want to make heaven, but will be instruments that God will use to draw others, to win people also to himself, to also make heaven. And also, as we talk about